Hello, Miss Herman and students. Today I have a special chance to present to you through my video clip. So let me introduce some basic information. My name is Thanh and I'm studying at an international university and my major is business administration as well as my student ID is BABAWE21540 and my presentation has two parts. The first one is a summary about the study case with the topic is are big tech from getting too big, and the second one is answering the question for the study case. So let's go first with the first part, summary. Currently, we as well as people around the world are affected in no small part by social platforms such as Facebook, Google, Amazon, and because there are so many social platform born, monopoly and piracy are inevitable. Therefore, this discussion will discuss in more depth how major social media companies respond to cases of copyright infringement and anti-piracy. The article explores whether the size and power of major tech companies like Facebook, Google, and Amazon have grown incisively, raising questions about possible antitrust violation and monopoly situation. It looked at the history of antitrust law in the US and how the government has tried to prohibit anti-competitive behavior and safeguard consumer and small businesses against monopolies. It also looked at natural monopoly and how they can raise barriers to entry in the market. The article concludes that legislators must strike a balance between innovation and efficiency and competition and consumer protection. Export innocent and natural monopoly may engage in anti-competitive behavior that are not in the public interest. So, especially antitrust regulation in the 1960s prioritized efficiency, enhancement and consumer price reduction over dismantling huge corporations. However, businesses like Amazon have been able to drop price below cost for extended periods of time due to its expensive financing and knowledge about consumer behavior. This has led to antitrust investigation in the US and Europe. The article also discussed the antitrust lawsuit filed against major tech firms like this platform. It's focused on Google's hegemony in the search and advertising markets, where it is claimed that it engaged in anti-competitive activity to try out rivals. The article also includes legal action taken against Google for its anti-competitive conduct in the online advertising sector by the US Department, for its anti-competitive conduct in the online advertising sector by the US Department of Justice and Attorney General of numerous states. The paper argued that these businesses can be tolerated on the basis of antitrust laws if the idea of consumer welfare is the only standard for controlling monopolies. So, this is the end of the summary work. So let's move to the case studies 618 and answer the question for the case study. So, this is the end of the summary work. So let's move to the case studies 618 and answer the question for the case study. And so, to answer this question, the first area focused on preventing monopolies and just from dominating markets and eliminating competition, while the second area focused on consumer welfare and the potential harm to consumers from anti-competitive behavior. The Sherman Antitrust Act and the Clayton Act were heavily relied on, while the Robinson-Batman Act and the Consumer Welfare Standard were developed. There was a greater willingness to break up large companies and a greater emphasis on regulating behavior and conduct. And moving to the second question, what is a natural monopoly and how has the United States deal with natural monopolies? So, US deals with natural monopolies through regulation and antitrust enforcement, such as in the early 20th century when government regulated price and service, and in recent times when AT&T and Microsoft face antitrust lawsuits for monopolistic practice. Moving to the third question, what are three possible solutions to the market dominance and anti-competitive behavior of Facebook, Google, and Amazon? For answering this question, they break up the company into smaller, more competitive entities, regulating the company to ensure that they behave in a more competitive manner, allowing for greater competition by creating policies that make it easier for new competitors to enter the market. And the next question is, how does the European model of antitrust differ from the American model? The European and American models differ in their focus on preventing monopolies and promoting consumer welfare. But the European model is more willing to use fines and other remedies to punish anti-competitive behavior, while the American model focuses on protecting small and medium-sized business and ensuring competition in local markets. So that is the end of my presentation. Thanks for your attention. If you have some question, if you have any question, please contact to me through my email. So the last one. Thanks for on.